So many colleges have now become test optional. What is considered a good score? What happens if you don't submit your test score? I've got answers for you, so join me right now as I go ahead and discuss when to submit those test scores and when to wait. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started. You know, the pandemic has really been a game changer for so many highly selective colleges and universities. It's been pretty incredible because you don't have more students applying to college. You have more students applying to more colleges because things are now test optional at some of the most selective colleges in America, including many state flagships like the University of Texas. And what does that mean when a college receives more college applications? Well, acceptance rates are going to go down. It's actually pretty incredible. NYU recently just reported that they had over 100,000 applications this past year alone. That's a 20% increase. And if you're wanting to apply to Harvard and get in, well, they saw a 57% increase in their college applications. It's really, really important whenever you are thinking about whether or not you're going to apply to these colleges that you understand the rules of the game and whether or not you should submit or hold on to those test scores because it can make a difference. As a matter of fact, if you do submit your test score and your test scores are weak, it can rule you out of the application process pretty fast. So first of all, when you are applying to a college or university, you want to make sure that your test scores are falling within that 50 percentile range for the type of student that they normally admit. So if you don't know whether or not you should be submitting your test score, look at the 50 percentile range for the type of student that they traditionally admit. Realizing that colleges really are test agnostic. They don't care whether or not you submit the SAT or the ACT. They really just want to see your top best scores. Now, what happens if you're in the bottom part of that 50 percentile range, or how should you know whether or not you should submit if you're in the top end of that 50 percentile range? It gets a little bit more complicated. So follow me with the science on this. First of all, if you are applying to a highly competitive program at that university, typically anything STEM based, engineering, architecture, nursing, even business can be considered STEM. There's a lot of math in business classes. These are among the most competitive program on any college university campus because it is going to be the most rigorous program. So you really want to make sure that your SAT, ACT test score range is going to be near the top end of that 50 percentile range. Something else you want to look at is where are you applying to? If you're applying to an institution outside of your home state, and for those of you in Texas, I'm talking to you. For those of you in Florida, California, and anywhere in the Northeast, you all live in pretty busy areas in which many colleges and universities will receive more applications from these areas than anywhere else. Realize the competition is going to be stacked up. Colleges and universities receive a ton of applications from folks in Texas, California, Florida, and in the Northeast. So realize if you are applying to highly selective colleges and universities, and you are looking at that 50 percentile range, there's a lot of folks in your backyard that's also going to be applying. So try to be near their top. Another thing that you want to consider, again, as I already mentioned, program, major, location, but are you applying early decision or early action? Statistically speaking, you have more chances at getting admitted when you do apply early decision versus regular decision or early action. So, early decision can really, really help you out with that aspect. Are you a minority student or are you a minority majority? Asian, Indian, white. These tend to be three very, very popular types of applicants applying to school. However, if you are a minority and you're not any of the races that I just listed, then you've got a little bit of wiggle room also in that too. Most of the time, whenever you're looking at the statistics for those who have submitted their college application, and you see those ones that are not in the top 50 percentile range, and you see those folks that are way below the 50 percentile range, a lot of times those are athletes, or they may be somebody from a underrepresented area, maybe somebody in a state like Wyoming applying to go to college in the Northeast, or a state less represented, or maybe a race less represented as well. So realize you need to take a look at all of the other applicants that are also that you're up against, particularly if you're coming in from a busy high school too, and you want to make sure that you are able to compete with that. Now, caveat here, let's say that you are applying to a highly selective university and you see the test score range is around a 1450 plus. That's a pretty competitive range, and you're not hitting at the 1450 plus and you decide to hold on to that score. Then your entire college application needs to read like a 1450. Your transcripts are going to become that much more scrutinized. Your letters of recommendation need to read like a 1450 recommender. Your essays need to read like a 1450 recommender too. So make sure that if you decide to hold on to those test scores because you're not hitting within that range, that your entire college application reads like the 50 percentile range plus. If that is what you're going to be doing. So I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Make sure that you do follow Access College America. Subscribe to our YouTube page as well. And thanks so much. Good luck to everyone. Prepare, apply, and achieve. Take it easy.